here's the incision, and here's the actual thing. And this is the actual lump. Of course. All right. So what you just seen was me having lymphoma cancer. And that's what we're going to talk about. This in particular show is most likely the most important show that I've ever done, and you'll probably ever watch, or at least you've watched this year, depending on what you've watched. I need everybody, one, we're going to start this off the right way. I need everybody watching to share this video right now, because the things that I'm about to share with you, your daughter, your son, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your neighbor, your coworker, everybody that you've ever met in your life can learn from everything that I'm about to talk about. So there's no excuse for nobody on here to not share this video, unless you don't love the people that you claim you love in your family, because cancer can happen to anybody. So right now, everybody share this video and say share in the chat. And of course, like the video, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. What's up, Net? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, Angie? Angie says, am I okay? We're going to talk about all of that. And everybody on Instagram, make sure to go on Mr. Let Go on YouTube. And we are about to get started. So I do not presently have cancer, but I did have cancer a few months ago. And I'm about to talk to you guys about how I beat it. What are the side effects? Did I have chemo? Did it hurt? Was it scary? We're going to talk about all of that. So I don't presently have cancer, but I had it. All right. So everybody say what's up in the chat. Drop share if you've shared it already. And I'm just going to go straight to my mini documentary and we're going to get to it. But I'm going to stop every now and then for your questions. So if anybody in the video, in the chat, has questions, drop it in the chat. If this is a pre-recorded video that you're watching later on, comment in the comments and ask any questions that you have to ask, and I'll answer it after the video is over, or while y'all live in the chat, I'll answer the question, because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, because this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. All right. So hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right, let's get to it. So, well, right here, let me give you a synopsis on what's going on before I start playing it. I don't remember exactly what month it was, but I realized I had this big old lump on my neck, right? So the way this starts is it's real little and it slowly gets bigger, right? So I had no idea I had a lump on my neck. I don't know how long, because I don't know how long all this started, right? So I have no idea. But one day I was looking in the mirror and I seen this side of my neck being different than this side of my neck. And I was like, and at one point I thought I was gaining weight. You know how you got a fat face? And I was like, yo, what is going on with my neck? So I actually thought I was gaining weight until I touched it and it was hard. And right then and there, I was like, oh hell, I know what this is. So in the beginning, I knew it was cancer, because I'm not going to say I study this stuff. I'm not going to say I'm not anythingologist, but I understand the human body. And if I got a lump on my neck, most likely it's either a tumor or it's cancer, right? And a tumor is not cancer. a tumor can be cancer. So the first thing I did was, of course, call my people, and I called the doctor. And what's up, Terica? Everybody hit the like button. 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 So went to the doctor. Fast forward, and this was what's crazy. And the reason why this is so important is because I want y'all to know my entire attitude through this whole time. Now, remember, I had it in my mind that I had cancer before I went to the doctor, right? So when they did the biopsy and all this other stuff, the doctor got the results, right? So I came in and I said, hey, I just want to let you know, before you get started, don't come in here with no sad story or whatever, because I already know what I got. So don't come in here with all this, like, trying to make me feel bad, because the cancer is what's going to feel bad. Like, you need to sit down with the cancer and talk to the cancer about how it's about to die. So don't come in here with all the little sad shit, because there's nowhere in hell that cancer is going to beat me. I'm me, right? So the doctor was literally like, okay. So he came in and was like, okay. So he went and got all whatever he needed to do or whatever, got all the paperwork, came back. He said, so I got good news. I said, okay, what's the good news? You have cancer. And I said, how is it good news? He said, it's not like terminal or something like that. Because you told me, don't come in here with no sad stuff. And you already said in your mind, you got it. So you got it, and we actually started laughing, because at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. Let's figure that shit out. I don't got time to be sitting there crying or whining or whatever. Let's do it, So in my mind, once I seen this big ass lump on my neck, I was like, oh shit. You don't pick the wrong motherfucking one. You don't pick the wrong one. So I was like, have y'all ever like had an ugly person try to talk to you, or had a dude that you can whoop, run up on you, and you like, are you serious right now? So I'm sitting here looking at cancer as this is going to be fun. I literally was like, you got jokes. You don't mess with the wrong one. Are you nuts? And the reason why, well, there's a various number of reasons why I had this attitude. But one of the reasons is me. I'm me. I almost only drink water. I don't drink alcohol. Not, every now and then I do. I don't even eat a lot of chicken. Like, I eat healthy. I work out. So it's so many different things. And everybody watching on Instagram, come over to Mr. Let Go on YouTube, because I got a video to show y'all. So I'm healthy, right? And people always say, oh, somebody was healthy and they just fell out. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Like Kevin Samuels, as an example. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. And I know Kevin Samuels didn't have cancer or whatever, but I'm not bringing his situation in with mine, but this is an example. Kevin Samuels used to talk about how healthy he was. He was 6'4", he was slim or whatever. But just as an example, I'm just using him as an example. I'm not making any type of comparison. So I don't want anybody getting mad at me about Kevin Samuels. I'm not saying anything bad about him. But if you always watch Kevin Samuels' show compared to watching my show, what did Kevin Samuels always have on his desk? What did Kevin Samuels always drink on every show? I'll wait. Because people be like, oh, he was so healthy. Okay, what was he doing? Because uber healthy people don't just fall out and die. Exactly. Come on, everybody right now. What was on his desk every freaking night? What was on his desk every freaking night, y'all? Daphne says energy drinks. Lorenzo says Red Bull. Renee says Red Bull. Facts. So October 3074, Red Bull. So y'all seen it, right? I was a Kevin Samuels mod and I noticed a lot of weight gain and Red Bull with sugar. Right. So what's up, Uncle Drew? So when you look at a fit looking person, a lot of times the fit looking person, for them not to die, for them not to be able to come back from an illness, they have to be fit internally also. And that is in the visceral area and in the brain also. That's very important. So a person can look fit as they want to, but are they operating as a fit person? Are they always worried? Are they always arguing with people? Are they always angry? Because you could be super fit and be running around trying to fight people and argue with people all the time, or late on your bills, and you ain't fit, because it's about what's internally going on, not externally. Nobody cares about muscles and all that. Nobody cares about that shit. Your body don't give a damn about whether you got, your body does care about muscle growth or whatever, because the more muscular you are, I would say, the better your body operates, right? You have to push yourself in order for your body to be able to push itself internally. But your body internally don't care about you being fine. Your body internally don't care about you having muscles and shit. Nobody cares about that. All right. So we about to play this video, and I just wanted to give y'all just something to think about before we get started, because this video is a documentary, and I'm going to do probably a 5-part series about this. So today, and for anybody watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, because I'm gonna do a 5, maybe 6-part series. Today is going to be about how I got cancer and how I got rid of it, right? But I'm going to go in depth on how I got rid of cancer so fast and how I got cancer in the first place. Because I want y'all to think about it. If I'm not drinking Red Bull, if I'm going to the gym, if I'm eating right, and then for those who know me, okay, let's do this. Put in the chat, what are the main things I eat almost every day? What is my normal diet? Anybody? What do I just eat every day? Let me know in the chat. Somebody in the chat has heard me say what I used to eat. But how did I, out of all people, get cancer if I ain't drinking Red Bull, if I ain't stressed out, if I ain't drinking, if I ain't smoking? Like, how did I get cancer? Well, we're going to talk about that on the next show. All right. So make sure you have your notifications on. No, Rudy. There we go. See, y'all know me. Salmon and broccoli. Salmon and broccoli. Yes, Daphne. And I like my salmon slimy. Yes. See, so y'all know that I really just eat salmon and broccoli. I don't even eat a lot of chicken, right? So how did I get cancer? Well, you're going to have to find that out on the next show when I do that part 2, all right? You got cancer because you're a human. Valerie, I'm actually not human. Some of y'all didn't know. I am not human. And we're going to talk about that a little later too. I am not human. All right. So let's get into this documentary. All right. So we're walking in now. And one thing I want to say, wait, Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. And before we get into this, I need more people to share this video. I need more people to hit the like button. And let's do this commercial break real quick. And we'll come right back because this is a very important commercial that will actually help. This is a new commercial, not the old commercial, that will actually help you beat cancer also. So the video I'm about to play, this commercial, will actually help you beat cancer. And I'll explain when we come back. So watch this commercial because it will actually help you beat cancer. Watch this. And I'll explain how when we come back. No Popeyes. No, I don't eat Popeyes. For the solution that will help everyone. So everybody watch this, and I'm gonna explain how. I'm not gonna say buying this card game will help you beat cancer, but buying this card game may help you beat cancer. And I'll explain why when we come back. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. Virtually all of us have somewhat the same issues with the opposite sex. But what if I told you the opposite sex isn't the reason why you're having all these problems? It may be the same sex. What am I talking about? And I'm talking to the ladies in particular. Your mother. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. See, we can't expect women to just go out in the world and have these great, amazing relationships with men when she didn't have a great relationship with the person that birthed her. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. It's 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter, because we can't get proper communication being one-sided. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, and then she gets an opportunity to ask certain questions to you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. And I didn't just create this card game for you. I created this card game for all of us. Because when our women are at their best, we all are at our best. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. All right. Some of you may ask, how can my mother, how can my Like Mother, Like Daughter card game help you beat cancer? Well, it's part of how I beat cancer. Partly, because of course it was God, right? Of course it was the doctor. Of course it was my mindset. But something happened that was very unique before I actually found out I had cancer. And that card game will actually change the way you think. So here we go. I would say a few months before I got cancer, I reunited with my father. I'll say it again. A few months before I got cancer, I reunited with my father. Now, what does one thing have to do with the other? Well, in the books that I go over in my coaching group, there's a book called It Didn't Start With You. And there was another book, The Body Keeps Score, and there was a third book. And these books are specifically about epigenetics. Epigenetics. And epigenetics actually means on top of genetics. right? And the book, It Didn't Start With You, literally discussed how if you have problems with your parents in particular, mother and father, if you have unresolved resentment, if you feel like they owe you something, if you hate your parents, if you feel like your parents abandon you, if your parents hate you, if you have any type of tumultuous, overwhelming problem with your parents, internally, you will die early. And I got this from 3 different books. I'll say it again. If you have terrible or tumultuous, unresolved issues with one or both of your parents, you will die earlier than you would if you did not have those unresolved issues. So, what does that have to do with cancer? Well, one of the many reasons, because I don't want to just act like cancer is nothing, but one of the reasons why it was, I would say, so easily for me to beat cancer, because I actually beat cancer in 3.5 months. But one of the reasons why is because of my dad. Dad, if you watching, what's up, Dad? I know one of my daughters are watching. Both of my daughters may be watching. But one of the reasons, one of the factors was because of my dad. See, I would say the majority of my adulthood, I didn't know who my dad was. I didn't know if my dad was alive. I didn't know anything because I didn't talk to my dad. The last time I talked to my dad, I think I was like 13. I think I was 16, right? And I always had this hole in my heart where am I going to know where my dad is at? Am I going to see my dad, or am I going to go through my whole life without ever seeing my dad again? And I was okay with it, but I had some unresolved issues. I had feelings towards my dad. I had resentment towards my dad because here's the thing. I never really got his side of the story. Like, why is it that I haven't seen you in so long? Why haven't you reached out to me? Like, what went on when we stopped talking? Like, what happened, right? And when you have these unresolved issues, those unresolved issues actually start turning into cancer. They start turning into sickness. So, having unresolved issues with your mother, having unresolved issues with your father can actually morph into a sickness. So when I talk about this card game right here, what I'm actually saying to you is, especially because I'm going to make another card game for the men, of course, but this particular card game is for women. So shout out to the women. Buying my like mother, like daughter card game could, I'm not going to say will, could actually help you beat whatever comes across in your life, like how I beat what I beat. All right? So I want to play this video real quick and we're going to keep going. Where is the freaking video? All right, I'll come back to it in a minute. I sent a video to my computer, but I'll get to that in a minute. So what I need everybody to do, because like I said, from everything I'm gonna tell you, because everything is about up here and actually forgiving your parents. I need 10 people to pre-order this mother-daughter card game. The link is in the chat. The link is under this video. And like I said, is a possibility, because I'm never going to sit here and say my product will save your life. It's a possibility that my product could, not will, could save your life like it saved my life. My product did not save my life, but me actually reuniting with my dad actually helped save my life. Because like I said, in all of my studies, from a neurological and a biological standpoint, if you have unresolved issues with your parents or both of your parents or one of your parents, it can actually affect you in a visceral way because you have years and years and years and years of cortisol flowing through your system every time you think about your mama, every time you think about your dad. And next thing you know, that can actually turn into something bigger than just bad thoughts. So let's get to it. We need 10 people to pre-order my Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. And it's pre-order, which means it's only $62 right now. When the card game comes out, it will be $199. And the reason why is $199 instead of $30 is literally therapy in a box. So a lot of you have never went to therapy or may never go to therapy. But if you buy my Like Mother, Like Daughter card game, to the women in particular, guess what? To a certain degree, it will be therapy in a box. So let's get to it. Everybody click the link, pre-order the card game as we go. Sound crazy? So I have cancer right here in this video. All right, so we're walking in now, and one thing I want to say, and this might sound crazy, but you can't be a bitch when you're going through something like this. And you might look at me like I'm crazy when I say it, but think about it. The worst thing you can do is start crying and whining, saying, why me? Nigga, why not you? So shut the fuck up and do the work. And if you're healthy like I am, you'll beat this shit with no problem. So the thing about it is, the reason why people get so worried is because they were already about to die before they got cancer. So right here, I just found out I got cancer. I'm going into the hospital to get something done. This is my attitude during the whole time of me just finding out I got cancer. They was fat, had all these problems, all these issues. They was stressed out. I'm not stressed out, so I ain't worrying about it.
So you just got your port.
Mm-hmm. And they did surgery like on some Iron Man type of shit. They had to open up my chest. So I literally have right here, there's a port, right? And it goes up through my throat.
Okay.
You probably can see it. You see it?
No, just don't turn so hard. But she's bringing back something. Huh? Oh. She's bringing some crackers.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, this is what I just walked into, and then they actually did surgery on my chest, and it wasn't like taking out a breast type of surgery. They had to cut open my chest and put in something called a port so I can start getting chemotherapy. And watch what I say in the next part, because this is going to be funny. Have a good one.
Take care. And he comes in the car smiling.
Yeah.
And he asked that lady right there to tell me how much of a what?
Of a man I was. Because they was like, do you need sedation? I'm like, no. Like,
did it hurt though?
Huh?
Did it hurt? Was it uncomfortable?
Yeah, it hurt. But the thing about it is, all this stuff is gonna hurt.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, we can't keep going through life thinking that we're not gonna feel pain, right? So I didn't want sedation and all this other mess, because I don't see, the more chemicals or crap that they try to give you to numb the pain and all this other stuff, you're gonna end up getting sick and all this other mess, right? So
Yeah.
you just gotta deal with it, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I didn't take any sedation. We were sitting around talking about the Godzilla movie through the whole time.
Right.
You know, and yes, it did hurt. It was like pricking, and they literally had to cut my part of my chest open. Like it's literally a thing in here, right? It's like this big.
Right.
But they just numbed it a little bit. But I ain't gonna be put to sleep so they can play with my butt or something. Like, no.
Okay.
So we just sat around and talked about Godzilla movies and stuff. It was chilling. It was music playing and everything.
All right.
Like it ain't that bad.
Okay. Cool.
Stop being a pussy. So here's the incision, and here's the actual thing. So this is the actual lump right here. And for any of you watching, the first thing it will behoove you to do is to make sure you check your body for lumps. And what exactly is the lump? I'm going to talk about these things like I said in a future video. But no, that's not oh my God. No, that's not Precious. You so silly. October 3074. You are hilarious. No. Shout out to Precious. But it's important for you to check your entire body for lumps. Just every now and then, check your whole body, your legs, your arms, your shins, not your shins, just down by your feet and everything. Because I had lymphoma cancer, and lymphoma is literally a blood issue where something goes, like, we all have cancer cells in our bodies, right? But what happens is something actually causes your cells to actually mutate, right? And I'm going to talk about in a later video how or what happened that caused my cells to mutate. Because this is what's crazy. In my research, I actually found out how I got cancer. I found out what caused my cells to mutate. So what happens is when you have a cyst or something like that, this is actually not a terrible thing. That lump literally is my body taking all of the poisons that is in my body, and it's storing it in this one pocket. Think about that. You look like you're in pain. Oh, sorry. No, I wasn't in pain, but the lump literally is your body compartmentalizing all of the toxins in your body and putting it in one area. So the lump isn't time. It's not the time for you to just jump up and start having a fit and getting scared and crying and all that stuff. No, it's not that big of a deal, because it may not be cancer. And if it is cancer, just get rid of it. So the one thing I want to teach y'all is that this stuff is not as scary as you think it is. It's not like on TV. Somebody gets cancer and they dead. No. There's somebody in my family that has cancer right now. They beating it just like I'm beating it. And their cancer was worse than mine. And am I stunning shit? My people don't worry about this shit. My people ain't gonna no goddamn worry. And I was on the phone with that other person when they found out they had cancer. And guess what I told them? I literally said, your cancer is aggressive. but who gives a shit? I need you to be more aggressive than the aggressive cancer. So the way you are going to beat this is the same way I beat mine, is by being more aggressive than the actual cancer. Because one thing is going to happen. Somebody's going to die, either you or the cancer. And I literally looked at that and said, well, it ain't going to be me. It ain't going to be me. But going back to my father real quick, when you are able to forgive your father, when you're able to forgive your mother, something changes in your body, and your body is able to operate more efficiently because your interpretation of the world on about, whether you're worthy of love, all comes from your mother and your father. And if you're going through life thinking that your mother doesn't love you, or that your father doesn't love you for whatever reason, how they treat you, how they don't talk to you, or whatever, how y'all arguing all the time, that affects your psyche, and your psyche actually affects your visceral area. And we're going to get back to the video, but I want to explain something very important real quick. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. And everybody share this video. So I want you to imagine your blood and your white blood cells in particular. I want you to imagine your body as a school. All right. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. I want y'all to imagine your body as a school. I want y'all to just going to do this real quick. Imagine your body as a school. All right. Your white blood cells are the hall monitors, or the teachers, or the security. Let's just say security. Say your school, you know how these bad schools have security, right? The number one job of the hall monitor or the security is to keep the kids, and the kids is your blood, right? The kids is your blood. The school is your body, and the kids is your blood, and all the things in your blood. The number one job of the hall monitor is to keep the kids moving on. Like, all right, don't be hanging around each other. Let's go. Keep it moving. Let's go. Don't be hanging out, right? So when kids start hanging out in the hallways, and the hallways is like your blood vessels. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all with me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are with me. I want to make sure I'm not going too fast with this example. Your school is your body. The kids in the school is your blood. And the hallways are your blood vessels. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are following me. All right. So the security, their job is to keep everybody moving. Keep moving, right? Because what happens in your blood vessels is, if there's no hall monitor monitoring your blood, the blood can start clotting. Meaning the kids can start hanging out over here. Next thing you know, you have all these little mini clots that are clotting up in the blood vessels, which can cause problems in the blood, right? Think about this. Imagine somebody sets the alarm in the school. What does the security do? Uh-oh, what happens? We might have a school shooter, or somebody trying to come into school, right? So where does the security guard go? He goes outside of the school. Think about this. This is how your body works. Now the hall monitors, they're standing outside of the school like this. They're trying to see or make sure that nobody is going to, attack the school. This is how your body works. So the alarm is stress. Your alarm is unresolved issues with your mother or your father. So every time the school alarm bell goes off, the alarm goes off, the security guards that are supposed to be in your visceral area, making sure everything, because we all have cancerous cells in our bodies. One of the ways we end up having cancer is they start clotting up and, building up into a tumor, right? But they can't build up into a tumor if you're eating right, you're drinking water all the time, and you're not stressed, or you don't have unresolved childhood trauma. If you are okay with those three things, eating right, drinking water, and you don't have a lot of unresolved childhood trauma, your blood will operate efficiently. But if you have all kinds of stresses, late on bills, you got childhood trauma, your boyfriend, your girlfriend broke up with you, your dog died, all these different things going on, there's something called cortisol that comes from your adrenal gland. It shoots up your spine and it goes into your lymphatic system, and it causes your blood, your white blood cells, to actually go to the extremities of your body, your fingers, your fists, your legs. Why? Because your body has no understanding of what the actual stress is. Cortisol is just ringing an alarm inside of your body saying that we are under attack. Your body doesn't know what is attacking us. It could be a bear, it could be a dog, it could be a psycho axe murderer. But in most cases, it's your girlfriend leaving you, or your boyfriend leaving you, you're about to be in a divorce, or you got childhood trauma, or bills, money, right? Just got on a live. Hope all is well. Praying for you. Thank you, Miss Tiff Tigress. Tiff Tigress. Tiff Tigress. Miss Tiff. Okay, whatever. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when you're stressed out, your body sends all of your blood to your away from your visceral area into your extremities, because the cortisol in itself triggers the fight or flight hormone. There's other, fight, flight, flee, fight, flight, fawn, and freeze. It's actually 4: fight, flight, fawn, and freeze. But we're just going to talk about the fight and flight right now. What up, Simply Deep? Pause. So when you get stressed, when you have unresolved emotional issues that you have not taken care of, Tigress. Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss. No, it's Tiff Tigress. Okay, Miss Tiff Tigress. Gotcha. Okay. So when you get stressed, your blood is not actually taking care of cancerous cells, killing bacteria. All of your blood is at your fingertips, at your knuckles, at your elbows, all of your extremities. Why? Because your body is ready to fight or run. So you have important blood, white blood cells, and different things in your body. They're in your legs, they're in your arms, because you have triggered the alarm due to your you got a trigger from your childhood trauma. And when it comes to women in particular, y'all get triggered when the wind blows. until you actually subside that unresolved issue that keeps triggering you. So just like I said, in the high school, somebody triggers their alarm. The um uh the officer goes out to the outside of the school to see what's going on. That's how your body is actually dealing with stress. So now all of the things that are keeping you healthy, all of the things that are keeping your cancer cells from turning into a tumor isn't in that area no more, is in your extremities. And the longer or the more often cortisol flows through your system, the longer and the more often you're stressed, you're triggered, you're upset, you feel abandoned, you go through breakups, the more cortisol flows through your system. And like I said, every time cortisol flows through your system, it's because you triggered an internal alarm inside of your body, telling your body to forget about eating, to forget about healing, and to be ready to fight or to run. Because some of y'all are argumentative, but some of y'all are quick to run away from your problems. And both of those things are triggered by your cortisol. The key to staying healthy isn't just what's going on externally, it's about what's internally. So let's go back to this video because all of what I said is very important. My mind emotionally was great. And because of that, I was easily able to beat cancer because it was three variables. It was God, it was a doctor and chemo, and it was me.
The actual lump. Of course, I gotta get chemotherapy tomorrow, right? We were just talking. Do you know that this is the best year of my life? And
Y'all hear that, right? I have not even gotten chemotherapy yet. And I'm telling you that this is the best year of my life with cancer. Do y'all see how positive I am sitting in a car, just getting my chest cut open? Think about that.
and this year, I was diagnosed with cancer. But because of all the things that went on in 2023, it is so much bigger than the cancer.
Does anybody know or want to guess what happened in 2023 that made me so grateful? Does anybody want to guess? Does anybody want to guess why I was so grateful and it made 2023 the best year of my life? Does anybody want to guess before I actually play it? What went on in 2023 that made me so thankful I didn't give a shit about no damn cancer? I'll give y'all a second to guess. I'm looking for an actual video. Give me a second. I'll come back. Comment below, comment below, comment below. I want to see your guess. And I'm looking for an actual video. I can't find a goddamn video. Why can't I find a freaking video? And I'll see if y'all guessed right. Because all of this has everything to do with everything I talk about on a normal basis. Yes, seeing my dad. You're reunited with your dad. Yes, 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 yes. My father, reuniting with my father, actually put me in a emotional position where I was able to take on anything. And that is the importance of letting go of unresolved trauma. So that was one of the many things that happened in 2023 that made 2023 the best year of my life. Shout out to my dad.
It makes this year the best year of my whole freaking life.
Wow.
That's crazy. All right. Had my cancer treatment, right?
Uh-oh. Had my first chemotherapy treatment. Let's see how I react. And if anybody has any questions about the cancer treatment, about how it felt, about what I went through, about did this hurt, about how did they do it, whatever you want to ask, just put it in the super chat or just put it in the comments, but put it in the super chat and I'll answer the question.
It's about, I think, 7:30 right now. And this is what's crazy. My lump is smaller already.
Look at that. Day one of chemo. Day one of chemo. You seen the knot earlier, right? Look at the knot now. The shit is almost gone already. It wasn't chemo. I talked to everybody. Well, I bugged the hell out of the people at the hospital. I bugged the hell out of the people at the hospital. I asked 1,000 questions. And what they told me was they have not met a person that looked at cancer the way I did in a long ass time. And when I went back there to get chemo, it'd be like 20 people in the damn room. And for them to say that they have not seen somebody respond mentally, just how I talked, how I thought to my situation, they literally had to ask me, how and why am I responding like this mentally? Like, why am I so cheerful? And we'll talk about it in a minute. Shout out to Jolie James. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, so here we go.
You may not be able to tell, but the lump is smaller already after my first cancer treatment. All right, when it comes to the medication, it's very important for you to just not blindly go take something. You got to read this stuff, right? And I'm not saying don't
Hey, Brittany.
take it, but you have to read it because people are humans and they make mistakes, right? So what if
This is very important, y'all. This is very important. And you see how I'm back into coach mode, and I ain't even really talking about, I feel sick. It was terrible. I'm in coach mode. Think about that.
turn around and get a prescription filled and it doesn't match because the person made a mistake what the prescription actually is, and then you take some medicine that you don't supposed to be taking. So watch this. So I got my prescription. It's not a piece of paper. You just go and give in your name, right? So this is what the woman to get. Zofran and compazine, right? In other words, is Odan whatever and then pro whatever, right? So then this is the prescription I left the pharmaceutical place with. Procracolar barber, that is not it. It's not on there, right? So I'm like, what the hell is that? So I Google, is Zofran the same? And they said no. So then the next one is prednisone. Don't see it there, don't see it there, but I do see it here. She wrote.
So in what area was a lump and what was the symptoms? Make sure to put your questions in the super chat. Hold on. So the question was, so in what area was the lump? The lump was right here. And I showed the lump. You had to just rewind a little bit. You'll be able to see it. Well, actually, well, never mind. And there was no symptoms. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel, what's up, Melissa? I didn't feel a certain kind of way. I just had a lump and it was just hard. And that's really it. I didn't get sick. What's up the fifth house? I didn't have any issues. So it was just a visible lump. Actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna call one of my daughters. Because I'm sure one of them at work. One of them may not be at work. I'm gonna call one of my daughters and see what they got to say about this whole thing. Hold on a second. My attitude towards everything. Let's see. One of them answer.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey, you know I'm on live, right?
Yeah.
You watching?
Yeah.
Let everybody know what my attitude was like when I first told you I had cancer. How did you think? How did you feel? And how did I respond?
I was sad and scared, but you said it was gay. You got gay cancer. And I was just like, oh, okay. Sure. So, yeah, your optimism was refreshing. So, I mean, how can I be sad if you're not sad? So, it's like, obviously, you was going to beat it either way.
So, when you heard my almost like charisma, didn't I tell you like, oh, this is going to be fun?
Yeah. I was so confused.
I was like, let's do it because I can learn from this because I know I'm gonna beat it, so I don't care, And the thing about it is, like, I'm bigger than some lump, I'm looking at a lump, but I'm a bigger lump than it. So how is it gonna beat me?
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's like being scared of a bug. Like it's a bug, smash it. So you think a bug is gonna beat me? A lump is gonna beat me? I'm bigger than a lump. I'm bigger than a bug. I'm just gonna smash it, And that was my attitude towards it. But did I like just my attitude make you feel better about your dad having cancer?
Of course, because it was refreshing to see that you was able to didn't get to you. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. You got cancer, but it's cool.
Did I sit down and lay down?
No, he's the same as always.
Right. So was there any changes?
No, not really. I think it was like one time you was like tired and had to wear your face mask and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
I think that was like right after one of your treatments. So.
Yeah. Because that was like, it was like, wear this, wear that. And I was like, okay. And I didn't know what to do or whatever. But after that, I was like, man, I ain't wearing all this mess.
Yeah, I didn't see you with you after that again.
Yeah, so I was back to normal. So through the whole duration of cancer, nothing really like changed, right? Mm-mm. Okay. Well, I want to tell you, one, I love you, and two, the fact that you and Kiki like just believed in me, because the thing about it is sometimes people don't believe the other person, because you could be like, I could be like, oh man, this is nothing. No, it is something. And you actually believed me when I said it was nothing. And I was just like, just watch me work. And you was like, okay.
How could I not? That's how you approach everything in life. So it's like, okay, he got it.
I got it. Right. But yeah, because this is part of being a leader, being a father, is looking at things like, oh, this ain't nothing, we'll get through it, you know, because as y'all grow and get older, y'all gonna lose jobs, lose this, and you know, all kinds of stuff is going to go on, hopefully never cancer or whatever, but you're going to lose a job, or, you know, lose money, or be broke, or have some type of health issue or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're going to remember, like, you know what? Daddy didn't worry about cancer, so I ain't going to worry about losing my job, or I ain't going to worry about this happening, or whatever, you know, my car breaking down, you know. If dad can beat cancer, I can have a positive mindset about a flat tire, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, just like when Roger was in a car accident, right? And you was like, we need a car, and I was like, okay, let me you know, get together, whatever, and I'll meet Roderick and we'll do all this. What did he do?
He went to go buy a car, like, immediately.
He bought the car before I can come over there, right?
Right.
Right. So I'm proud of you, because you went and found a husband that is like me. That's something I would have did. You know, so this is the mindset of our family, you know, and we just go deal with it. We ain't got time to be crying and whining about stuff, you know. But yeah, I just want to tell you I'm proud of you, because I needed you to believe me when I said this ain't gonna be nothing, and you did.
Of course, anytime.
All right, so you keep watching. I just wanted to for the audience to hear what you had to say.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Bye. So yeah, some of you may say, yeah, right. He was walking around like, oh, cancer ain't that. Oh, yeah, right. No, it was a real thing. It was a real thing. So let's go back to the video, and shout out to the Fifth House. Thank you for the super chat. Yay, Aaron. Congrats on your F cancer success. Divine love and right, broski. Shout out to you. Yes, 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 yes. Let me get some hearts in the chat for my beautiful daughter. Let's get some hearts. Everybody watching, I need you to spam the chat with hearts, because I think both of my daughters are watching, or I know one of us is watching, but I think both of them watching because the other one texted me. But spam the chat right now with hearts. Shout out to my babies. I think both of them are watching, and just tell them, hey, you know, spam the chat with some hearts. Let's go. I need to see some hearts. Let's go. And somebody said they didn't see it from the beginning, so I'm gonna play this from the beginning, and we'll go from there. Spam the chat with hearts. Spam the chat with hearts. Let's go. All right, so we're walking in now, and one thing I want to say, and this might sound crazy, but you can't be a bitch when you're going through something like this. And you might look at me like I'm crazy when I say it, but think about it. The worst thing you can do is start crying and whining, saying, why me? Nigga, why not you? So shut the fuck up and do the work. And if you're healthy like I am, you'll beat this shit with no problem. So the thing about it is, the reason why people get so worried is because they were already about to die before they got cancer. They were fat, had all these problems, all these issues. They were stressed out. I'm not stressed out, so I ain't worrying about it.
So you just got your port.
And they did surgery, like on some Iron Man type of shit. They had to open up my chest, so I literally have right here is a port, right, and it goes up through my throat.
Okay.
You probably can see it. You see it?
No, just don't turn so hard. But she's bringing back something. Huh? Oh. She's bringing some crackers.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.
And he comes in the car smiling.
Yeah.
And he asked that lady right there to tell me how much of a what?
Of a man I was. Because.
Hey, you on the way?
Yeah, I'm on my way. I just
Okay. Okay.
They was like, do you need sedation? I'm like, no. Like,
did it hurt though?
Huh?
Did it hurt? Was it uncomfortable?
Yeah, it hurt. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is, all this stuff is gonna hurt.
Spam the chat with hearts. Spam the chat with hearts. Spam the chat with hearts.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, we can't keep going through life thinking that we're not gonna feel pain, right? So I didn't want sedation and all this other mess because I don't see the more chemicals or crap that they try to give you to numb the pain and all this other stuff, you're gonna end up getting sick and all this other mess, right? So
love you too, Rhonda.
you just gotta deal with it, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I didn't take any sedation. We were sitting around talking about the Godzilla movie through the whole time.
Right.
You know, and yes, it did hurt. It was like pricking, and they literally had to cut my part of my chest open.
So I want y'all to think about this. They wanted to put me to sleep because they told me they usually put people to sleep because they got to cut my chest open. I'm like, I'm not going to sleep around y'all. No. So y'all just going to have to figure this shit out and cut my chest open while I am here. Like, no, I'm not going to sleep because I don't trust doctors. What's up, Precious? I don't trust doctors. And I literally told them, I said, y'all not going to play with my butt while I'm asleep. No. So literally they put a thing over my chest, right? Where I can't see my chest. So it's this thing, I was like this, right? And I laid back and they just sterilized the area and they numbed the area, right? And they literally cut open my chest. And did it hurt? Yes, it hurt. Even though it was numb, it still hurt, right? But you ain't finna sedate me. I don't trust in white people. So as my chest was open, they were kind of flirting with each other. I was like, yo, are they kind of, I ain't say now. I'm like, are they kind of flirt with each other? And she was telling me she was a Godzilla fan. And at that point, Godzilla, one of the Godzilla movies came out. This was kind of, I think it was in November, something like that. November, December, something like that. And we were just talking about Godzilla movies while they was just operating on me or whatever. And they put it in. The nurse and the doctor, or the surgeon and the nurse. You know how you got scalpel? It was him and the girl or whatever. And I don't know if they was flirting, but there was a little, you know what be going on in hospitals, y'all. They be fucking. All right. So I don't know if these two was, but I know something may have been going on. So you but that's why I wanted to be awake. What y'all over there doing? But yeah, I stayed awake for it and I dealt with it like a grown ass man.
Like, it's literally a thing in here, right? It's like this big.
Right.
But they just numbed it a little bit, but I ain't gonna be put to sleep so they can play with my butt or something. Like, no.
Okay.
So we just, sat around and talked about Godzilla movies and stuff. It was chilling. It was music playing and everything.
All right.
Like it.
So real quick, I want to play the video. Somebody asked me, how did I make up with my dad? And here's the video, right? Well, here's some of the video right here.
That time that they went off right here.
So that's my dad and my cousin. First time meeting my dad as an adult.
That time that they went off right here.
That was
the nuttiest.
We walking through Philly.
Well, yeah.
And they caught all of them.
I'm glad, because I would love to tell.
Actually, hold on. Let me see. Can you see the knot in my neck now? A little bit right there. You can see how it wasn't really noticeable, but let me know if y'all can see the difference between one side of my neck and the other side of my neck. At this point, I had no idea it was there. But when I start looking at video, you're able to see But can y'all see right here? One side of my neck was thicker than the other side of my neck. Can y'all see it? Because I can barely see it. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see it. That side of my neck is way thicker than that side. So even back then, it was starting to grow. And the reason why this is important is because I need y'all to check y'all necks. I need y'all to check y'all breasts. I need y'all to check under y'all arms. I need y'all to check over here. I need y'all to check everywhere to make sure that there is no growth anywhere on your body. Your legs, your arms, your back. Get somebody, pull your shirt up and get somebody to check your back. Check the back of your neck. Get somebody else to check places that you can't check, especially ladies, your breasts. Because I know somebody that has breast cancer and they beating it. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure, because I had lymphoma. Your lymph nodes become swollen, and your lymph nodes are all the way through your body. So it's not just about your neck, it's about your whole body. So make sure to check, because if I would have been able to check then, I still would have beat it. But what if I would have found it too late or something? But right here, it started and I had no clue. So let's go back to me enjoying hanging out with my dad and my cousin.
I'm glad, because I would love to tell. Yeah,
Walking through Philly.
Oh, he got a good. You step on feet. That's nice. He stepped on his foot.
But that right there is my dad. And he kind of dresses like me. I wear hoodies out.
Went off right here.
And he had a gun on him. So me and my dad are just alike. So going back to this video, but before we go to this video, the reason why I'm showing you me and my dad, was it smoking related? Do I look like I smoke? No, Melissa, I don't smoke. I don't smoke nothing. Me reuniting with my dad, me forgiving my dad, me falling back in love with my parents. I'll say it again. It is imperative for you to fall back in love with your mother, fall back in love with your father. I fell back in. My mom passed away, but we had a great relationship before she passed away. So I was already had love for my mom, but I didn't have love for my dad. I was like, he did this, he did that. But we talked about all of that, right? But the thing about it is, some of y'all have y'all moms in y'all lives, but y'all still don't get along. So that's why this is so freaking important.
That was great.
That was the nuttiest.
My dad being back in my life helped me beat cancer, I'll say. I abuse cancer with a solution that will help. So this right here, this card game right here will help you fall back in love with your mother. And the significance of this, for you to buy it now, is pre-orders are $62. If you wait for it to come out, it's going to be $199. So it will behoove all of you who have not already bought or pre-ordered to click the link under this video, click the link that is in the chat, and pre-order this card game right now. Or when it comes out, I don't want y'all talking about, why is it $199? Well, you should have bought it at $60. So click the link, click the link, click the link. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. Virtually all of us have somewhat the same issues with the opposite sex. But what if I told you the opposite sex isn't the reason why you're having all these problems? It may be the same sex. What am I talking about? And I'm talking to the ladies in particular. Your mother, See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So hold on real quick. Rachel says, can I do this game with my teenage daughters? Yeah, yes, that's what it's for. See, this like mother, like daughter isn't just for you as a grown woman talking to your mom. It's for you to talk to your children. Your child can be 12 years old. It's kid friendly. So Rachel, you can play this card game with your daughters 1000%. Yes, it's mainly for you and your mother, and then for you and your daughters. Because the thing about it is, the key to what I'm trying to do just overall is I'm trying to have a positive adverse effect, a positive one, on your mother, you, and your daughter, and her future kids. Because when she has kids, when your daughter has kids, she could play the card game with her daughter. And it's going to be 50 cards in each card game for the mother and 50 cards for the daughter. So you could play it over and over and over again. My kids are going to play it with their daughter. With their moms. What I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters, their mom, one mom, come back together. See, we can't expect women to just go out in the world and have these great, amazing relationships with men when she didn't have a great relationship with the person that birthed her. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. It's 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter, because we can't get proper communication being one-sided. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, and then she gets an opportunity to ask certain questions to you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. And I didn't just create this card game for you. I created this card game for all of us. Because when our women are at their best, we all are at our best. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. All right, we got 3 people that bought already. We need 7 more people. We had 3 people that bought already. We need 7 more people to click the link under this video. If you're a guy, you got women in your family, click the link and pre-order Like Mother, Like Daughter. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, cancer grows due to unhealed and unresolved situation that causes stress. This is why you have to heal and let go. Facts. Let's get it. Put a 1 in the chat if you need this card game for yourself or for somebody in your family. Put a 1 in the chat if you need this card game for either yourself or somebody in your family. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this card game can help you. Let's get back to the video.
Bad.
Okay, cool.
Stop being a pussy. So here's the incision, and here's the actual thing. And this is the actual lump. Of course, I gotta get chemotherapy tomorrow, right? We were just talking. Do you know that this is the best year of my life? And this year, I was diagnosed with cancer. But because of all the things that went on in 2023, it is so much bigger than the cancer. It makes this year the best year of my whole freaking life.
With cancer.
That's crazy. All right.
And somebody asked, where's the other card game? That link puts you to the mother-daughter card game, as well as my Deep Discussions card game, as well as my book, The Terrible Life of a Beautiful Woman. All three of my products are on that same link that is in the chat.
I had my cancer treatment, right? It's about.
All right, so let me fast forward a little bit because I was talking about the medication. Y'all don't want to hear about that.
You got to read. Put nothing in my body. Well, because I don't read the side of boxes of, we go to restaurants. We don't read the box that restaurant made. So I can't say that, but.
Wow, you look like you are so in love with life itself. Yes, 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 yes. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
You got to do your best and not just take or consume something just because somebody says consume it.
All right, we got 4 card games sold. We need 6 more people to click the link to pre-order your mother-daughter card game. We need 6 more people. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get to 10 people.
But overall, I do Thursday nights on the Peep Network on YouTube, and I'm doing that in the next 30 minutes because now
I want y'all to think about this. I just had chemotherapy. I'm still working because for those of you who know me for going on the Peep Network, this was around December or something like that, whatever. I was on the Peep Network and I was still going to Peep Let's Talk every Thursday night. And guess when I had the therapy sessions? Well, the chemotherapy sessions on Thursday night. Well, Thursday afternoon. So I would come home and get back to work. I didn't change nothing. And you'll see my dumb ass was still going to the gym.
I was like almost 9 o'clock and I feel great. I had chemotherapy and I feel good. I feel a little bit something. Like if I start throwing up, I'm not going to be, oh my God, I'm throwing up. So I feel a something, but I feel great. I feel good. First day of chemo, I'm good. But tomorrow might be different. Especially this crap is wrong. Read your pamphlets that come with this medication. Don't just go taking something. Got chemo yesterday, right? I'm just waking up and it's almost gone. Like it feels softer. It feels like it's like just dying off because it was right hard. It's like soft now. So it's working. Day 2 after chemo. It's Saturday, got chemo Thursday. Feel great. About to go to the gym.
Y'all hear that? Just had chemo last night. About to go to the gym. I don't give a shit. God damn it. I'm going to the gym. And Cash App is $AARON1000. Cash App is $AARON1000. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you already bought my card game, drop a Cash App. If you already bought my card game, drop a Cash App.
It's Saturday, got chemo Thursday. Feel great.
Okay, it wasn't the same day.
Great. About to go to the gym. Yeah, I said it, going to the gym. As you can see, shit is almost gone. And I am already expecting abuse allegations to come up because I am abusing cancer. But I expected this.
I never at one time thought, oh my God. No, that's not how I think. See, the thing that cancer feeds off of, it feeds off of sugar, glucose, and it feeds off of stress, worry. In all honesty, and everybody's situation is different. So I don't want to say all you have to do, but I'm just going to use the term loosely. All you have to do is not worry, because cortisol starts flowing through your system when you start worrying, and it makes your immune system worse. Shout out to Elaine. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for sharing your experience. I appreciate you. Of course, I got to share my experience to help make y'all better people, because let's do this. Put a one, not put a one in the chat. If you know somebody that either has cancer, had cancer and beat it, or passed away from cancer, put their name in the chat. If you know somebody that has cancer, somebody that beat cancer, or somebody that passed away from cancer, put their name in the chat. So in a lot of cases, the person is the biggest problem and not the cancer. Yep. I don't give a fuck about no damn cancer. Cancer can kiss my ass. And if you have that attitude, you'll have these types of results. So I ain't studying this shit. I'm out and about doing my thing. I got my N95 mask, so I'm gonna be safe. But I ain't studying this shit. 2 days after chemo, the shit is almost gone. So I'm here with my doctor that actually saved my life, you could say. And I just wanted to ask him some questions about his thoughts on how I was operating when I had cancer when I first came in here. So what did you see when I first came? What was my attitude or your thoughts? God damn it. I had to use music because I had to block music out. I don't play the freaking music while the man is talking. Sorry, y'all. I'm an idiot. Hold on, y'all. I don't mess this shit. Hold on. I'm going to skip past this because you're not even going to be able to hear it. I can't believe I played the music while the man is damn talking. So I'm gonna send the actual video alone to my phone, so y'all are gonna be able to hear what I have to say. But I messed it up. So give me a second. We're gonna hear what the doctor says, but it's gonna be in another video.
So you have to balance your number of patients.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know about others. I've not gone to other schools, but I hope they do it.
Yeah.
So.
But I just wanted to thank you for all of your work, because it wasn't just how y'all helped me, but it was the patience and the clarity that just really helped me trust the whole health system, So yeah. Thank you. He was so awesome where he was like, call your daughters. And I was like, huh? Call your daughters so your daughters would know exactly what we got going on. I was like, okay. And that was so amazing. I was like, that was so dope. So shout out to Healing Frequency Music. I told people, if you have somebody that has cancer, somebody that had cancer, or somebody that passed away from cancer, put their name in the chat. What hospital was this? It was Wellstar in Roswell. So shout out to Healing Frequency Music. My dad, Henry Williams. Shout out to Bartina Elizabeth Sweeting, passed away. Linda G, me. Oh, shout out to Linda. Shout out to Linda. I'm cancer free. Me as that's what I'm talking about. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Sending my prayers for a speedy recovery. Oh, I'm recovered. I'm good. I am good. My mom, Shirley, passed away from cancer in 2006. My brother and dad had cancer and survived. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. That's what's up. Miss Tiff Tigress, Teddy, Elaine, mom passed, dad has cancer. Tell your dad to hit me up. Renaissance says Ruben Loggins Jr., my dad. Shout out to your dad. Jaja, Cynthia Murdoch. That's what's up. That's what's up. That is what's up. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to resend this video because I messed it up, but you'll be able to hear what my doctor actually said.
Instagram, but post me on Facebook type shit. No, I was kidding.
So as you can see, I never stopped and I kept it moving. And I'm at work. This is one of our tonight's conversation shows.
Thank y'all, man. We appreciate it.
Everybody will be on that wall over there. So if you want to go get your pictures with your
Oh crap! I suppose that. See, this is where the music was supposed to be at. I'm playing the damn song. God damn it! I might have a copyright problem. All right, so I'm looking for the doctor. I can't believe I messed this up. So this was in, I think this was in Atlanta.
Why do I keep attracting?
All right, so I had the rest of the freaking video. I screwed it up. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can fix it. Let's see. Where is it? But do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any questions about anything involving all of this stuff? Do you have any questions? Where is it? It's 18. Hold on, y'all. I got another video to show y'all. Okay, so that's not the video right there. So this one. Let me know if y'all have any questions and I'll answer in the chat. I got another video to show y'all. Let's see if this is it. Okay, so that's not it. Is this it?
yeah.
All right, here it is. All right, so I found the video, y'all. I found the video. So let me send this to my computer. I sent the wrong video to my computer. 6, 5, 9. All right, so give that a minute. And I wanted to show you, because I want to show y'all what the doctor actually said. and his advice and everything. And while we wait for that, let's get these card games going, y'all. And let me show y'all this. This is my other card game. Both you can get both card games on the same website.
But we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
And put in a hold on. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to come up and talk about any of this stuff or ask me anything about this stuff. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like for me to drop the link. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like for me to drop the link, and I'll bring somebody up if anybody wanted to come up.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, so Melissa says, my mom's sister has been suffering with cancer for over 10 years and is still standing strong. My dad's sister just recently passed away from cancer. Both of my parents had cancer and survived. Wow. But yeah, we gotta stand up and make sure this mess does not take any of us out. But it all starts up here. A major misconception is that disease runs. Fifth house, hit the link. Fifth house, hit the link. A major misconception is that disease runs in the family. Facts. That is the biggest lie. Lifestyle runs in the family. Yes, that is a fact. Hit a link, fifth house, because I would love to like get a little deeper in what you're saying right here. Lifestyle runs in the family. Mr. Let Go for president. Oh, I appreciate you, Melissa. Genetics leads the hold on. Genetics loads. Loads the yeah. Genetics loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. That's a bar. That is a bar. Genetics loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. Too many of you allow this genetic mess to get in the way of your lifestyle. I don't care about no damn genetics. I don't care about none of that stuff. I care about my lifestyle. How I live, how I operate means everything and not some damn genetics. Because once you actually change your genetics, change the way your brain is wired, you ain't got no excuses no more. Because the thing about it is, like I said earlier, there's something called epigenetics, which means your parents' genetics on top of your genetics. Well, there's also something called neuroplasticity, which means you can rewire your brain and you can put yourself in a position where you don't have to do none of the shit your parents did. You don't have to go through none of the shit your parents went through. And that's the beauty of life. You don't have to go through none of the things that your parents went through. You think I give a damn about if somebody in my family had cancer? That's them. I don't care. I don't care. Because what my kids are going to learn is not about genetics. It's about attitude. Y'all heard my daughter. If something happens with my kids, they're going to be like, we ain't studying this shit. We're going to handle this shit the same way daddy handled this shit. So I lead by example. So that is the genetics that I'm handing down to my kids. Mindset. I don't care about this other stuff. All right, y'all. This other video is taking way too long to download, and I'm hungry. I'm finna go cook. You're right. I'm changing my lifestyle in order to avoid high cholesterol medication. Ooh. Miss Tiff Tigress. I am not a doctor, so I'm not finna give you some medical advice. I just want to say this. You could look this up on your own. Cholesterol is not the enemy. Sugar is the enemy. Stress is the enemy. Cholesterol is actually good. Now, of course, too much cholesterol, too much of anything can kill you, but I would advise you to look up good cholesterol. Just Google what is good cholesterol, and you'll be able to see that there's a difference between good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. The enemy is sugar and not cholesterol. And I need you to understand that. What you got for me? No, I'm just saying, just look up good cholesterol versus bad cholesterol so you can understand the difference. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't want to be nobody's doctor, because I ain't got no degree at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking you to look up cholesterol and find out if cholesterol is the main thing that you have to worry about, or is it stress and sugar? Stress and sugar are the two main things that can actually take you out and put you in a bad situation. So yes, your bad cholesterol is high. Okay, gotcha. Hey,
What's up, Aaron?
how are you?
I'm good. Listen, I'm working, but I put myself on pause real quick so I can get on with
Oh,
you. So I'm a registered nurse, and I, I work in this field, and a lot of the doctors are not going to tell you
they not.
the spiritual shit behind all of this, because the healthcare field, it's an industry. They got to get paid. So patients, we're also like consumers. Like patients become like
Yeah,
they need patients to keep the
yeah.
business going, right? But yes, stress is everything. Stress
Mhm.
is the whole purpose behind all dis-ease.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And cancer, that's one of the big things. When you hold on to stuff, your body tenses up.
yes.
This all aligns with the science of the chakras. This
Mhm.
is why they say to open up your chakras, because when your body tenses up and get into fight and flight, the blood, the energy is not flowing through easily. That
Yeah,
causes dis-ease. You will
yeah.
have cells that start to replicate and all types of stuff. So, and it does not run in the family. Like, that's another lie. That
It does
that
not.
whole thing right there, man, it doesn't run in the family. Only the lifestyle runs in the family, not the disease.
Let me tell you and everybody else a secret, and I'm gonna talk about this and go deeper with this. The next video I do about this, because I'm gonna do probably like 5 different videos about cancer.
Hmm.
What do you think that was the number one thing? If I live so healthy, what is the number one thing that nobody ever thought about that gave me cancer?
If it's regarding your dad,
Nope.
it wasn't regarding your dad.
Mm-mm.
The number one thing that caused the cancer to come,
For
if you
me,
were eating healthy. even though you were healthy?
Mhm.
I mean, I would say stress.
Nope.
It wasn't stress. Was it any type of fear? Was it any type of worrying? Because you don't seem like a fearful type.
It was actually a tooth.
A tooth.
Mhm.
What happened to your tooth?
I'll talk about that next time.
Okay.
Imma talk about that because the thing about it
Um,
is, I'm hungry and I ain't finna be on here for another 2
all
hours
right. We'll see you
because
next time.
yeah, it's because it's a lot because I have, somebody made a documentary
Mm.
and Imma play that, but I gotta edit it and all the other stuff or whatever. So, yeah, it was actually a tooth. And when I divulge this information, everybody's gonna be like,
An
"What?"
infected tooth. I would infected tooth. Safe.
Actually, no.
It wasn't infected. Mm.
Well, I'll say yes or no.
Okay.
I'll say yes or no. I'll say yes or no because I don't want to get into it, but
Okay.
I'll say yes and no. But
All
all
right.
together, when y'all hear this information, y'all are gonna be like, "What the hell?" You know, because the thing about it is, and I'm not holding information back, but I don't want to just give you some half-ass information and have y'all out here thinking, oh my God, you know, looking at your teeth and shit. So
Mm.
I need to give y'all the information with the other information also. So I don't want to just throw something out there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because if this
Yeah.
goes viral or whatever, and I want people to have the full amount of information before I just put something out there. So yeah. It's just a lot of stuff to edit, so I didn't have time to put it all together.
All right.
But I wanna tell you I appreciate you because you just dropped some huge knowledge when you said what you said. You literally said the genetics is the gun,
Yeah. Lifestyle's a trigger.
but the lifestyle is actually the trigger to the gun. That is crazy. I totally
Mhm.
agree. Do
Yeah.
you know part of my lifestyle is and it tastes good too. I actually I want to sell the actual recipe, but I drink cayenne pepper.
Me too. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh crap. I drink Okay, so you know about the recipe then.
The lemons and the maple syrup and the cayenne pepper. I'm drinking a gallon of that today.
I got lemon, cayenne pepper, and water, and it tastes good. Does it taste
Mhm.
good?
It tastes amazing.
It tastes good, y'all. So yeah. So all of this literally changed my life. And another thing. Do you know because I got cancer,
Mhm.
I'm healthier than the average person?
Mhm. I believe
How?
it.
But how?
How are you healthier than the average person?
Hmm?
I
Because
would
of cancer.
say, I mean, physically, I would say you do look healthy physically, but I understand that it doesn't even matter what you look like physically. It's mental.
Right. But here's the thing. Most people cannot go and get a PET scan and a CAT scan.
Mhm.
You can't. It costs $8,000 because I tried.
Mhm.
I did because I beat cancer early and it was like you gotta get another cancer treatment
Mhm.
just in case. And I'm like, and my doctor was trustworthy, but I was like, because my bills is like $75,000, right?
Mm.
And it wouldn't have been $75,000 if it wasn't for the last one. Because I don't know how much each one is,
Right.
but I'm sure it's like $20,000 because I think I only got three. So it's like 20 some $1,000 per time, you know? So I'm
Mhm.
like, really? And he's like, I'm telling you, you got to get it. I'm like,
Mm.
but I got the PET scan before
Mhm.
the last one and the shit was gone. So
Mm.
the thing about it is the PET scan and the CAT scan scans your entire body
Right.
for
Right.
everything.
Right.
So I ain't got nothing. They don't, of course, they check for the diseases and all this other shit too. They check everything. And
Mm.
I ain't got nothing. And that reassurance has me like, wow, most people have never gotten a PET scan or a CAT scan. So ain't no telling what's going on in people's bodies. And guess what? You can't go to the doctor and say, hey, I want to get a PET scan. Because most likely they're going to say, what's wrong? Nothing.
For what?
They ain't going to give it to you.
Insurance ain't going to cover it.
So because I had cancer, I was able to get all these scans and see that after the cancer is gone, nothing else is there.
That's good.
So yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy you had the. I mean, nobody wants to have the experience, but we all come down here for a purpose. We all reincarnate for a purpose, and for this to be your purpose, so you can tell everybody about this situation, this story, this experience. It'll absolutely save some folks. So, gratitude to you for this.
And that's why I'm here, like to help, the people that want to be saved, right? To save my community from themselves. So the thing about it is, I'm glad I got cancer and beat it, because I'm able to share my experience with my my audience. So yeah, just like my daughter said, I was like, ooh, I got cancer. And she was like, Daddy, what? I'm like, no. You know how much I'm going to be able to help other people because I have a platform? Right. Most people who got cancer ain't got no platform. So I was like, let's go. Shit. And then and something else I didn't tell y'all. The steroids that they had me take after chemo had me wanting to fuck the wall. I was just like, I was so like upbeat because it was steroids. So I was just moving around. I'm in a gym. I actually got bigger. I actually got bigger back in January because I was going crazy in the gym because of the steroids. Now somebody might say, "Oh, Mr. Lego's on steroids." No, it was the steroids from the chemo that I had to take that had me so hyper that put me in the gym, and I was lifting weight so much where I actually like got bigger. So yeah, I kind of like
gratitude. You got to find gratitude in everything.
I actually lost some muscle because putting together this mother-daughter card game was so much work where I literally stopped going to the gym, and I started going to the gym like every other day instead of every day because it was always something I got to do, and it was so much I had to work out or whatever as far as putting my energy in the card game. But yeah, I'm glad the card game is out.
You're gonna do a daddy one too, right?
Huh?
You got to do a daddy one.
What you mean?
A father card game. You got to do a father card game. I know you want it already. I ain't even worried about it.
Yeah. EHC Bunny says all cancer cannot be beaten. What cancer can't be beaten? I don't really know what to think about that because I don't want to say that's not true because I don't know, So I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about that? What I don't understand.
Is that a fact, love, or is that something that you heard and now you're parroting?
Because my opinion, because I'm not a doctor, all cancers can be beaten. It's about up here.
Any disease can be beaten.
Any disease can be beaten. Right. Yeah. So one is about how fast you catch it. That's the first thing. And then two is how you deal with the news of hearing you got cancer. So I told myself I had cancer. I didn't have the doctor tell me. I was like, oh shit, I got cancer. I'm sure it's cancer. And worst case scenario is not cancer. I mean, best case scenario is not cancer. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Mr. Lego, too many people do not realize that this physical body is just a flesh suit that we're living in. Our physical bodies are vessels. That's all they are. We are nothing but a combination of cells and you know what I'm saying? So and we're nothing but energy at the end of the day.
And the thing about it is, one of my you know, mentors that I've never met in person, Bruce Lipton. I read his book called The Biology of Belief,
Mhm.
and it talked about how if you believe you can heal, you will heal because you're telling your body, giving your body instructions on healing. Like it's like, you ever been driving and you needed to turn the radio down because you're driving
Mhm.
so you can
Mhm.
think better? Like,
Mhm.
it's all
Mhm.
about concentrating on figuring out where you're going, right? So the thing
Yeah.
about it is, when you tell your body what to do, it actually does it.
Yeah, this is a conversation that is not really discussed enough in our community.
Yeah.
Everybody is very egotistical, and I mean egotistical in the sense of what the actual word ego means, which is just physical being. We
Yeah.
have three planes of existence that we need to balance: physical, spiritual, and mental. And if
Yes.
we're only putting all our focus on the physical plane, we are not living to our true potential.
Facts.
And when you get sick, I don't even tell people if I have a cold because I don't need your energy.
I
Oh
don't
my
need it.
God,
Yeah.
you not feeling? I don't need that. Keep that over there. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
so many people didn't know, like like so many people didn't know that I had cancer, right? And they was like, "Damn, why didn't you say nothing? Say something." I said, "Well, the people that knew, like, they needed to know, but the average black person starts acting stupid when you say something about cancer." I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with a whole bunch of whining. Oh my God, I'm praying for you. People
Yeah,
in the chat,
right. Oh my God.
I don't
Nope. Keep your
want to hear
prayers.
that. Like, I don't need nobody to pray for
No,
me.
I'm
Like,
good.
it's just that it's a habit. So anybody
It's
who
a
said they pray for
conditioning.
me,
Yeah.
it's the black church bullshit. I'm
Yes,
praying for you.
sir.
It's the prayer warriors. I don't give a damn about no fucking prayer warrior. This shit is stupid.
And you know what, Aaron? I was born and raised in the church, okay?
Yeah.
In 2009, I discovered the law of attraction, and
Mm,
I started tapping into it, and I started questioning religion. I would go to
yeah.
church, and after the services, I would pull the pastor in his office and question him about the
Mhm.
Bible because I felt like he wasn't really what he was preaching wasn't biblical. It sounded like it was more doctrine, like you
Yes.
trying to save souls or you trying to get,
A
people to get
cult.
baptized so you could have
Yeah.
yeah,
That
you know
shit
what I
is
mean?
a cult.
So me trying to learn more about God actually propelled me into getting tapped into the law of attraction and really understanding and connecting with God properly.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree. The black church is the ops. Like,
Mhm.
like no, sir.
So that's the reason why I tell a lot of people close to me, because I ain't want to hear all that. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
praying
yeah,
bullshit. Like,
yeah.
that's the last thing I want to hear. Some whiny ass person talking about they praying for me, and they ain't even praying for me. None of the people talking about we praying for you they don't pray for you. They just say it. It's just some dumb shit to say. Ain't nobody praying for me. Shut up.
It's the energy, man. They don't understand that energy transfers. So I understand that. So I don't even tell you. I won't even tell anybody. I'll just keep it to myself and do my own healing work, and then just make sure that my body heals or whatever needs to get healed. Because
Because
I can't.
for a lot of people who end up dying, and this isn't for everybody, but for a lot of people who end up dying from things like this, is
Hmm.
because they think they're gonna die.
Yeah. Or other people maybe putting that energy on them too and scaring them and
Yeah,
putting all this
crying
fear
and shit.
inside of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard
Hmm.
what my daughter said, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was like, man, this
Great.
this, this cancer is gay.
That's good, and but that mindset to even just to carry on through life in your work, in your education and everything, that's the type of mindset you have no fear, just,
Yeah,
allow shit to flow. Stop being afraid. Fear, like, oh my God, fear is the opposite of love. Everything falls under the umbrella of fear, everything. And
yeah.
it's people, and the biggest fear, of course, everybody fears death. And even that you shouldn't be afraid of. And that's a whole
I
nother
didn't feel
topic.
that. I literally said, "Oh well, this is gonna take me out." Shit. Um, you know, I'm gonna get me a bunch of prostitutes and I'm gonna go crazy. Let them tell me like, oh, it's terminal. You got 2 weeks to live. I'm going crazy. I'm going to strip clubs. I'm like, I need you and you and you. Let's go. We're having a foursome, and yeah, I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't me. I'm going nuts.
We have to learn to stop being so afraid of everything. Like
Yeah.
we really do. We got to like
Mhm.
completely deprogram ourselves
Yeah,
and
and it's a biological thing when it comes to people just dying. Not everybody, because I want to be thoughtful with my
sensitive. Yeah.
words.
Mhm.
Um, Imagine a deer getting caught by a lion, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I look at nature movies, and a lot of y'all probably never seen it happen in real time. Well, in a video, a lot of the times when the predator, whether it's a wild dog or a lion, wild dogs are little, so they can't just jump up and just eat you and then kill you and then just start eating. A lot of times animals, they are getting caught, I will say,
Mhm.
and eaten while they're still there. I'll just say, I'm just trying to be
Mhm.
careful not to
Mhm.
say nothing crazy.
Mhm.
So the animal is like, damn, this is crazy. They're eating my leg off, and they're just sitting there
Mhm.
because the predator, his dumb ass, didn't take the time to get here.
Mhm.
They just caught you and just start eating,
Yeah.
and you just can't get up because one of your legs are gone.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
the biologically,
Mhm.
what's happening to the animal is it's getting filled with endorphins
Mhm.
to take away the pain,
Mhm.
so the animal is not feeling their leg getting eaten off, and
Mhm.
the animal is literally just laying there numb, like, damn, this some bullshit. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is we have the same biological process. And
Mhm.
if you actually think you're going to die,
Mhm.
or, cancer is going to do this, and if you like, oh, I'm going to die. Oh my God, let me get my affairs in order. Your body is going to be like, oh, okay, we dying. Okay. And all this shit starts filling your body to numb you of the pain,
Oh
and
my god.
your heart rate actually slows down, and you die. The cancer don't kill you, you just die.
This is so much facts, and I didn't come out here to tell my story. I didn't come up here to tell my story, but what you're saying is so factual.
Yeah.
Like people, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of stories about people who've had NDEs and even OBEs, out of body experiences.
Mhm.
And the another misconception is that when you're in that, like you said, in that at that moment, the moment that your spirit is about to transition from your physical body,
Mhm.
these people, they say that it's bliss. It's like
Mhm.
euphoria. That whole fear of, death, and it's horrible. No, they said it's something completely opposite.
Because endorphins, you actually, you got um four primary happy chemicals.
Mhm.
You have endorphins.
Mhm.
That is what you feel when you're exercising and it feels good.
Mhm.
um Cortisol is an unhappy chemical.
Right. Mhm.
um
That's the flight and fight.
Yeah, oxytocin is the love hormone when you feel like you're in love or either during
Mhm.
sex. And then you got dopamine, and
Dopamine.
it's
Mhm.
other
Mhm.
chemicals, but those are the four main ones that is talked about. So the dopamine is like smoking crack. It makes you feel good.
Mhm.
Endorphins, to a certain degree, is like doing a drug also. And oxytocin is like a drug. So yes, you can actually get your body can fill itself up with so many endorphins where it actually feels good and you dying at the same time. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. This universe is a wonderful, magical place, and it is not here to cause us any harm, but we got to know that in our minds. so that we can live in peace, in harmony
Everything is
with
here.
ourselves.
Everything is here to keep us alive. The sun
Yeah,
is here to
yeah.
keep us alive. The
And it's
tree,
intelligent as hell. It's
the
intelligent.
trees sit in one place and just feed us oxygen, and that's the only reason why they're there.
Intelligence, yeah.
Deer and fish, they're there for us to eat. Literally everything on this planet is here for us to eat it or breathe off of it or for it to keep us warm. Everything.
Yeah.
Grass, fruit. Why is fruit there? For somebody to eat it. Fruit don't have legs. Fruit, it just sits there and it waits for somebody to eat it. So everything on this planet is there for us to consume. So I'm just, I want to produce more than I consume and, add value to this world because it's too much. It's too many people just consuming the things of the world and not, adding back to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Listen, we could talk all day. You go eat. I gotta get back to work.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me come up.
And thank you for pulling up on me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right,
Have a
my
good
love.
rest of your day.
You too. Okay,
All
then.
right.
Bye.
All right, y'all. I'm finna go eat. And we did not get to our goal. We are still at 4 card games pre-ordered. So can we get to 10 card games pre-ordered now? Can we? It would take, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. It would take for everybody watching right now to pre-order my mother-daughter card game right now at this minute. Let's get it. Let's see if we can get 6 people right now to pre-order my like mother, like daughter card game. Let's go. Let's see if we can get 6 people and make our goal. Let's go. With a solution that will help every woman watching. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. Virtually all of us have somewhat the same issues with the opposite sex. But what if I told you the opposite sex isn't the reason why you're having all these problems? It may be the same sex. What am I talking about? And I'm talking to the ladies in particular. Your mother. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. See, we can't expect women to just go out in the world and have these great, amazing relationships with men when she didn't have a great relationship with the person that birthed her. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. It's 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter, because we can't get proper communication being one-sided. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, and then she gets an opportunity to ask certain questions to you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. And I didn't just create this card game for you. I created this card game for all of us. Because when our women are at their best, we all are at our best. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play deeper discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper discussions, dating edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.